The Peloponnesian War. Athens versus Sparta for Greek supremacy. Segment 1. The roots of rivalry. Athens and Sparta were bound together as leaders of Greece's resistance against Persia, yet their differences soon grew into mistrust. Athens, thriving with democratic ideals and naval power, sought to expand influence. Sparta, rooted in discipline and military tradition, feared Athenian dominance. This tension sowed the seeds of inevitable conflict. The Greek world was not unified but fractured into alliances. Athens led the Delian League, turning it into an empire that demanded tribute. Sparta championed the Peloponnesian League, priding itself on land, power, and tradition. These alliances turned rivalry into polarization, ensuring that nearly all of Greece was drawn into confrontation. Cultural differences deepened political divisions. Athens celebrated art, philosophy, and freedom of expression, while Sparta upheld austerity, obedience, and strength. For Athenians, war was a chance to project power abroad. For Spartans, war was survival itself. Two visions of life collided, pushing the Hellenic world into destructive opposition. As tensions grew, disputes over trade, alliances, and political systems escalated. Skirmishes and minor conflicts hardened the animosity. The spark came when smaller allies of both sides clashed, drawing Athens and Sparta into direct confrontation. The war that followed was not just for territory, but for the future of Greece itself. Segment 2. Athens and the strength of the sea. Athens' greatest weapon was its navy, commanding hundreds of triremes, sleek and powerful warships. The Athenians ruled the Aegean Sea. With maritime supremacy, Athens could strike enemies from afar, secure resources, and impose dominance over its allies. This naval strength gave them confidence in a long war of endurance. Life in Athens thrived under democracy, where citizens voted in assemblies and leaders like Pericles promoted civic pride. The city was adorned with monuments, theatres, and temples, reflecting its wealth and ambition. For Athenians, the war was not only a defense of power, but a statement of cultural and political superiority. However, Athens' reliance on its walls and fleet came with risks. The city drew food and resources by sea, but when plague struck during the war's early years, thousands perished. Even Pericles fell to the disease. This calamity weakened morale, sowed division, and reminded Athens that power alone could not secure victory. Still, the Athenians pressed on. Their fleet carried out raids along the Peloponnesian coast and defended the empire's holdings. Athens believed its maritime might would eventually wear Sparta down. Yet, Sparta's resilience and alliances made the war unpredictable, and the contest of endurance was far from decided. Segment 3. Sparta and the might of the land. Unlike Athens, Sparta's strength lay in its disciplined infantry. The Spartan hoplites, trained from youth in the harsh agoge system, embodied fearlessness and unity. On the battlefield, their phalanx formation proved nearly unbreakable. Sparta relied on land power, confident that no army could match its disciplined warriors. Sparta was governed by dual kings and a council of elders, valuing tradition and stability over innovation. Its society prioritized military service above all else, and freedom was reserved for a few. The Helots, an oppressed population, sustained Sparta's economy, allowing citizens to dedicate themselves entirely to war and training. The Peloponnesian League gave Sparta powerful allies. With Corinth, Thebes, and others by its side, Sparta commanded land armies across Greece. While Athens ruled the sea, Sparta ruled the soil. This balance of power meant neither side could claim dominance, ensuring the war would stretch on with devastating consequences. For Sparta, the struggle was not just to resist Athens, but to preserve its way of life. Spartan warriors fought with the knowledge that failure meant the destruction of their society. This relentless mindset made them formidable opponents, ready to endure years of hardship in pursuit of ultimate victory. Segment 4. Turning points of the war. The war dragged on with shifting fortunes. Athens achieved early successes at sea, but Sparta struck back with devastating land invasions. Neither side could secure a final blow. Alliances shifted, betrayals occurred, and neutral states were forced to choose sides. Greece was locked in a war without end. One of the greatest disasters for Athens came with the Sicilian expedition. Believing they could expand their empire, Athenians sent a massive force to Sicily. The campaign ended in catastrophes destroyed, soldiers captured, and morale shattered. This defeat marked a turning point, weakening Athens' strength and emboldening Sparta. Sparta adapted its strategy by building a navy with Persian support. With financial backing from the Persians, Sparta challenged Athenian supremacy at sea for the first time. The balance shifted dramatically, as Athens now faced an enemy capable of striking on both land and sea, eroding its once unshakable confidence. As years passed, exhaustion gripped both sides. Entire cities lay in ruin, crops burned, and populations starved. The Greek world suffered greatly, yet neither Athens nor Sparta surrendered easily. The stage was set for the final confrontations, where the fate of Athens itself would hang in the balance. Segment 5. The fall of Athens and the legacy of defeat. In the final years, Athens faced mounting crises. Its empire crumbled as allies defected under Spartan pressure. Naval defeats shattered its confidence, and the once proud city found itself isolated. Hunger and despair spread within its walls, while Sparta's persistence, backed by Persian resources, closed in for the decisive blow. The decisive moment came at the Battle of Aegospotami, where Sparta's fleet destroyed Athens' navy. Without ships, Athens could no longer feed its people or defend its empire. Besieged and starving, the city surrendered in 404 BCE. The long struggle ended, and Sparta emerged as the dominant power of Greece. Yet, victory came at a cost. Sparta lacked the resources to maintain control over Greece, and its dominance proved short-lived. The war left Greece fractured and weakened, paving the way for future conquests by powers like Macedon under Philip and Alexander. The dream of lasting Greek unity had been shattered. The Peloponnesian War remains a story of ambition, resilience, and tragedy. It revealed the limits of power, the dangers of hubris, and the devastating consequences of prolonged conflict. For Athens and Sparta, glory came with sacrifice, and the lessons of their struggle still echo across history's battlefields.